Okay, so today I got new suspension coming in, so I'm going to be removing my front strut assembly for my 240. The whole thing's going to come out because it's got to be shortened and a bunch of other stuff, so here we go. Okay, first things first, I'm going to tackle the tie rod up here, the outer tie rod, and the top of the sway bar end link here. So I'll be doing those first. So mine here ended up being a 17, so correction. It is a 17 mil to remove it. You don't have to remove the entire thing, just the top. I'll be removing the tie rod end now since I got the cotter pin out. Mine is an 18 mil, so that will be coming out now. And let me go grab my fork. So I just got this guy loose. I just used the pickle fork, so now that gives me a bit more access to other things on the side here, since now I can rotate it easily. So in this scenario, I'm not going to actually be reusing these brake lines. I got new stainless ones that are going to go in, and they're a little past their wear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these for ease of removal and then plug them. Okay, so here's the type of bolt I used. It's just your standard self-tapping bolt. It actually came with a garage door kit I just recently installed. So I figured since I didn't need it, might as well use it somewhere else. So with that, I'll demonstrate cutting this one. I have a pair of tin snips. I mean, you could use really whatever you want. And make sure you have your bucket under there. And let me see. Okay, it's in now. Reality is I just wanted to get in far enough so that it wouldn't leak everywhere all over the ground whenever I leave this thing to work on it later. And kind of refilling the whole brake system on these things is a bit of a bitch. And I know bleeding is going to be a pain, so I'm not looking forward to that. But now that this is done, there will be 4 bolts on the bottom. They'll have to be taken care of. They're right here. And then there's going to be 3 bolts on the top where the strut mount is. So now you want to tackle this guy. The bolts here are 12 mil, and there are 4 of them, and they just have to come out. Okay, now that you got those out, you want to simply remove the ball joint from the rest of the strut assembly. It should just fall right off. There really shouldn't be anything holding this guy in now but the upper strut mount assembly. Okay, so I'm doing the final one, and it's kind of falling down. Best bit of practice is to leave one nut loose, and that way the whole thing won't fall whenever you remove it. So now, the tricky part. Okay, here we go. This thing is heavy. Very heavy. Alright, it's coming down. It's out. So, it was probably about 50 pounds because of everything on it. But there it is. And that's the aftermath. So, there you go. It's how to remove a whole strut housing from a Volvo 240.